DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, it's going to be a Sunday morning no dog vlog. Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a long time because, yeah, when you don't have the obligations to get up in the morning and go give your friend a walk, you just don't happen to do it, especially on Sunday mornings. Well, I mean, very often I would do it before going off to church, and I mean, I still go off to church, but I don't have to do the morning walk. So, what's up? Well, as some of you have seen, I ended up doing something I was really not expecting to at first yesterday. I ended up walking in the gay pride parade over here. Now, that is a little bit surprising in a way for me because I had never been to one of them, and really, I mean, I didn't intend to either. I didn't go to the speech part or the political thing, although I can say when I arrived, there was, well, the speeches were just ending, and they had a moment's silence for Orlando, and that was, of course, quite touching for various reasons. One thing I have to say, though, is that as many of the people there are more liberal than conservative as far as their politics are concerned, it was, you know, the message was okay for the Orlando massacre, but in a way, I was going to say that for them it's all about homophobia, and it's, you know, I mean, I would say it's much wider than that, definitely. But I can see where they were getting at, of course, because they also, I mean, this group that is organizing this also has a political agenda. I wasn't there for a political agenda, though. I was there, I was going to say, out of love, and not out of love, I was going to say a very special kind of love for my son and his partner. So they were there, and I went to be with them. Yeah, and I actually ended up, like I say, walking the march with them. I knew a few people because, I mean, they're friends, which come every now and then to home, or I see them in town. So it was fun. There was a lot of dancing, and it was not once the parade started, the march, it was really, in a way, not a political thing. It was really much let's go on and have some fun. Of course, there were a few political or ideological statements here and there. What I mean by that is that we stopped in front of one of the main churches in Fribourg, and there was, I don't know, probably about 10 Dominican priests out there with their robes, and some people wanted to speak with them. I was too far away to hear, but you could see them smiling and everything. It was a friendly meeting. There were the usual, I was going to say, a few drag queens, but they were, as we were saying, nobody was provoking. Actually, it was just a good, fun kind of burlesque type show. I did notice one hate act, and I was almost part of it in a way, because as we were walking, next to me was a straight couple. I mean, there was by far not only LGBT people in there. There was a lot of straight people, and there was a straight couple beside me, and all of a sudden a pointed screwdriver fell from the sky. We were near a building site. Fell from the sky right in front of us. And yeah, that could have hurt somebody pretty bad. Well, we picked it up and kept walking, but I wasn't very happy about that. One thing that did though bother me a bit, and it actually bothered quite a few people in the community that was organizing it. There was a group of people, they were calling themselves the puppies. I don't think that, I mean, they were, I guess in terminology you use in America, you'd call them the furries or what, but they were all dressed in leather and like with dog heads and masks and stuff like that. Some of them. The others were all dressed in either, I say leather, lycra leather, shiny black stuff, mostly with leashes. So yeah, I mean, you can see, I mean, it was part of a particular fetishist group. And I did have one little chat with someone. I said, well, you know, I mean, I get it that you're bothered because it's not part of your core group. On the other hand, I said, if you keep on adding on letters to your alphabet, you're going to expect, you got to expect, and on the other hand, you got to expect and accept that others, which tendencies that even you people, and I'm sorry the way I said that, I didn't mean it that way, but I think you understand what I mean, is that you're talking about inclusiveness, and all of a sudden, like, somebody comes which, well, you know, it was kind of, in a way, I found it interesting, because I said, well, you know, that's the way you got to expect people are going to react, and that's the way that you react. So it's an interesting, I'm trying to sun them back, yeah. So I said, you know, it just shows that we're all normal in our way of, I like the way I said that actually, we're all normal, but in our way of reacting to the so-called strangeness of others. Yeah. So once we got there, I mean, to the end of the parade, it was on university grounds. There was some, there was the usual places to for drinks or eating hamburgers and stuff like that. I didn't stay all too long, but yeah, there then when you see the crowds coming in, it is quite surprising. I was going to say the diversity. And the diversity in normalness and the diversity in weirdness. I gotta say, I saw piercings and tattoos in places that I barely knew existed. Laugh, laugh. Strange, I was gonna say strange people, normal people. But all of them had a big smile on their face. It was a fun day. It was surprisingly good. But again, the thing is that this was not a march. It was trying to, I know it's at least in this town, which is a bishopry town, it's a very, or has been very political. But I think now it's certainly a lot less. I mean, there's always politics behind that, of acceptance and inclusiveness and so on. But I at least didn't feel like I was completely out of it. People were actually very happy to see me there. Although I was saying, I'm not making a completely pro statement. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still very much straight and frankly for that type of lifestyle. And yeah, like I said, my son's there, so I was there out of love and accepting love. Yeah. I know there could be other things that could be said, and sometimes you have to be really careful because, I mean, you don't want to shock people, and I tried, and it wasn't even a question of trying, it was easy not to shock people because I was having a good time. And that's about it, I guess. I mean, I guess this vlog today is going to say that you can, if you're acting out of love, I mean, you love and respect a lot of things can be said. I mean, the next step in relationships like that is actually to to lovingly talk about your own beliefs, because it goes both ways. I mean, I was going and respecting and loving the people I was with, and frankly, well, not with the group I was with yesterday, but I guess that is one of the problems, is frankly don't always get it in return. But that's not the case. Yesterday it was good. So DC signing off. We're gonna have people over, actually some friends, a little bit in need, coming over to eat today, and so we will have long chats with them as well, I guess. So I just kind of needed that little bit of fresh, cool air right now. What time is it? Well, it's not that late. It's 7:30 in the morning, and go get stuff ready slowly for this lunchtime meal. So yeah, there won't be any church service today. I'll have to put it on the radio or television or what and watch something. Anyway, so that's it for my Sunday morning no dog vlog. Take care, everybody, and have a great Sunday and what's left of the weekend. Okay, bye-bye. Take care. DC signing off.